Dani, a service coordinator at the Regional Center here in Sunnytown, California. Recently, Vinny, one of our service coordinators, sat down with Steven for his IPP meeting. Vinny took notes, asked questions, and together they helped Steven update his individual program plan. The IPP is more than just a document. It's a reflection of the thoughtful and thorough discussions we have with the people we support. It covers the essential services they might need, details how those services will be provided, and who's responsible for funding them. At the end of the agreement, there's a signature page, but we'll talk about that in a moment. The IPP guide was designed to help hundreds of thousands of people with IDD and their circle of support examine and imagine what services are available to provide the kind of life they want. Some already have a clear picture of their goals, while others might need more time and guidance to discover what they need. That's where you come in. As service coordinators, we employ person-centered thinking to guide the planning process. We need to listen carefully and ask in-depth questions to ensure each person's plan reflects their true desires. Since there's such a wide range of goals, they're organized into 12 essential life areas. This ensures every aspect of their lives is thoughtfully considered and addressed in their IPP. For instance, an important life area for most of us is housing. In Steven's case, we discovered that he wanted to live outside his family home and at one of our licensed residential houses, Sunny Oaks. Luckily for Steven, there was an opening, so Vinny arranged a tour. You wouldn't move into a place sight unseen, and neither should the people we support. The tour went very well, and with the support of his planning team, Steven decided that Sunny Oaks was the right place for him to live.
Yes!
In the IPP, it looks like this. We start with a desired outcome. Always ask, how do you want your plan to be written? Steven wants first person, so fill it out like this. I want to live in my own place. But if you want it, third person works too. Now fill in each column to complete the plan. Service support, housing. Supported by Sunny Oaks. The start date is when he moves in. The end date is the date agreed upon by the planning team. How much is one unit? In housing, each unit equals 1 month living there. And how often? Sunny Oaks is funded monthly. And funded by means who is paying. There's a lot of misinformation out there that the regional centers pay for everything. It's crucial you understand how different services are funded and by whom, so you can explain them clearly to the people you support. Now, let's move on to employment. Steven's desired outcome is to be able to buy tickets to his favorite baseball team, make people smile, and definitely not landscaping. Vinny thought because Steven loves baseball, he would naturally enjoy working at the stadium. Vinny believed he was asking the right questions, but he made assumptions with unfortunate consequences.
You're out of here!
So refocusing on person-centered thinking, Vinny asked more in-depth questions, listened to Steven, and acted upon what he heard. Together, they found Steven a new paid internship that he loves. Ah, that's one cute turtle. So on the agreement, service support is paid internship program, supported by Sunnytown Employment Services. Start date is the first day of training. End date is 1 year from now. Our internships are funded by the hour. Steven wanted to work part-time at the pet store, so we allotted him 30 hours a week, and the internship is funded by the Regional Center. This continues until all their chosen life areas are completed. Then we move on to the agreement section. The people you support can agree on all services, some services, or no services. Also, they can request a notice of action if there is a need to challenge a change the Regional Center has made to their supports. Now, they will need to check off 3 important boxes. First, confirm they've received a statement of services the Regional Center has funded for the past year. Second, that you discussed and shared information about any current or future IPP changes. And third, they'll set a date for the next IPP meeting. The IPP is good for 3 years, and during that time, we will update it as needed, at least once a year, depending on their living situation. Now you'll discuss some special programs and information about their rights. Let's start with self-direction. This means we talked about the self-determination program, self-directed services, and what it means to manage their own services and supports, and who provides them. Section 4731 of the Welfare and Institutions Code requires regional centers to have a process available for people we support if they have grievances about the regional center or a service provider. The whistleblower policy means that the people we support are protected if they anonymously report illegal or improper activity anywhere they receive services. California says opportunities for competitive integrated employment shall be given the highest priority for people with IDD. As service coordinators, we should prioritize employment as soon as someone is eligible and wishes to work. This is a great opportunity to partner with our school system. And the regional center is obligated to help individuals with IDD who are eligible register to vote. Everyone has the right to be heard. The regional center can develop a transportation access plan to help an adult safely utilize public transportation if they are able. If not, we'll provide transportation to day services or work. We've now walked through the IPP step by step. There's only one thing left to do. Sign it. Once those signatures are in place, everything we've discussed becomes part of the IPP. And every time the IPP changes, everybody needs to re-sign the agreement. Remember, person-centered planning isn't about creating better paperwork. It's about helping to create better lives.